What's going on, beautiful people? Joshua Tree back with another video. Welcome back to the channel, right? So I want to talk about this big misconception that I internalized when I first started my spiritual journey. And I think a lot of people are still internalizing and they're not aware of. And this misconception is spirituality and regards to spiritual growth. So I've heard through a lot of some of my teachers and some people who I looked up to in the spiritual community, conscious community, talk about spiritual growth and what that looks like. And when I started to question as I go down my journey, how can you grow your spirit when your spirit is not finite? Your spirit is not limited. So when people say, I'm just growing my spirit, I'm saying I'm trying to grow spiritually, what does that really mean? How can you grow something that cannot be subtracted or added to? So this can create a lot of confusion because for the people who are on the path of trying to understand the God within, try to cultivate the I am that's within them, they are in the mindset of I am growing spiritually. I am growing spiritually. But let's play with that word for a minute. How do you grow spiritually? I want everybody who is listening to this video, please tell me, how do you grow spiritually? I'm going to give you some time to think. You can't grow spiritually. So this is what I heard over the years from the conscious and spiritual community in regards to growing your spirit. Most people say, you need to go on a fast. Some people say you need to switch your diet. You need an alkaline diet. You need a Dr. Sebi diet. Some people will say you need to go on a social cleanse. Some people will say you need to let go of your friends. You need to let go of your family. Some people will say you need to exercise. You need the sun gaze, right? This starter pack that everybody has been utilizing, in which I even realized, which is even more funny, is it's all throughout social media that this is what you have to do to advance yourself spiritually. Let's be a little bit more mature about this, because if you're going on social media to learn more about your spirit, I don't know what to tell you. Do as thou will. I'm going to just say that. But for people who are serious, let's just say, about truly cultivating this divine essence inside of them, right? Going to a social media post is not going to get you there. Now, all these things may be helpful, but what we're talking about is spiritually evolving. And from a lot of my experiences, okay, yes, I may have let a friend go, and I felt more lighter. I'm not going to argue that. Yes, I may have started exercising and I get more downloads from spirit. I'm not going to argue that. But I'm talking about, what are we really trying to grow? And the answer to this whole conundrum, okay, listen to me closely. It's not about growing spiritually. It's about growing your awareness of God consciousness. It's about paying attention, bringing your awareness, acknowledging, understanding, okay, what true spirit is, what true essence of God is. That is what we are growing. We're growing our awareness. We're growing our consciousness. That is what is expanding. That is what is infinite. Everything else I just shared, changing your diet, uh, exercising, removing friends and family, fast and sun gazing, these things are outside of you. Okay. So if they was to remove the food market from your local food store, your local neighborhood, then your expansion for spirit will go away. If all your friends and family was removed out of your life, then your expansion for spiritual growth will go away. If they're removed, okay, got to make a point here. If they remove all the gyms and you become immobilized and you cannot physically work out, you have removed your tool for spiritual expansion. These are all external tools that can be helpful for stimulus for some form of growth, but it is not the true primary catalyst that will get you to your inner world, that will get you to your inner divinity. The deepest and most powerful truth is the most simplest, the most simplistic. Bring your awareness to God, spirit, universe, divinity, divine consciousness, source, the creator, the higher self, whatever word you like to utilize, whatever word you resonate with, bring your awareness to that energy. And by bringing your awareness to that energy, you are connecting directly to that energy. And by you connecting directly to that energy, you create an energy stream where that level of divine consciousness, because everything in existence has consciousness, meaning everything has awareness, meaning everything has intelligence. That form of intelligence that you're connecting to is going to start to feed you back intelligence. It's going to start to feed you back its life force. It's going to start to feed you back its love energy. And you're going to start to embody it. So, to recap, it's not about this spiritual growth phenomenon wordplay. It's about the expansion of your awareness, right? What you focus on grows. Where attention goes, energy follows. A lot of us are placing a lot of our energy or our attention outside of us. And like I said, it's very helpful, but it's feeding more of your personality. It's feeding more of your physical tool set. It's feeding more of your ego. And that's okay, because as you're doing this work, your ego has to evolve too. You have to also modify and reconstruct the ego as well. So I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because people get caught up in that. What I'm really saying is, where is your focus primarily going throughout the day? Are you meditating? Are you focusing a lot of your energy on God itself, spirit itself, which is correlation, who you are, the God essence that's within you, right? Or are you placing all of your energy and intention on all these things outside of you that's giving you little, you know, bits and pieces of fulfillment, but it's all still an illusion? So just be mindful. There's two different streams of consciousness that play out in your everyday activity. There's the stream of consciousness, which is spirit, and there's the stream of consciousness, which is ego. And your attention, your awareness is giving power to both streams. Most of us are giving a lot of our energy to the ego stream and not enough energy to the spirit stream. And also, we have been, like I said, misinformed on how to grow ourselves spiritually. And so actually what we're doing, and we think we're doing it, but what we're really doing is feeding the ego. And in reality, we have intentions to feed the spirit, but we've been feeding the ego the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, I'm going to get off this mic. If this video resonated, drop a comment below. And on that note, I'm gonna let y'all go. Have a great fucking day. Peace.